Hi folks, so let me start off by apologising for lack of videos for almost a week now. As most of my regulars will know, that's extremely unlike me. I don't normally leave it that long, as you guys know. Anyway, so I'm not going to go into details right now. I was thinking I'd do the video here actually, but by the way, we're at the pub Brixton. It looks pretty cool actually what they've done with this little area. I like it. Love this little table, by the way. That's so cool. I love that table. I'm not sure how the top doesn't quite fit in there properly, sort of thing, but still, I mean, I'm sure it does slot in at some point. Sorry, I have a thing about stuff that doesn't, like drawers half open and or whatever, things that don't sit properly. I've got to faff about with them until they do. Oops, I'm going to end up breaking it or something. Anyway, so I love that. That's really cool actually. I love the intricate woodwork and stuff, and that's really cool. I really like that. But yeah, it's sort of like, I don't know if you Middle Eastern, Moroccan style. Well, with those lamps, I love those lamps as well. The lamps look really cool. So, but that's kind of like what they've done with this little area, at least. Anyway, it's like a little Moroccan, just this end anyway. I'm not sure about the rest of it because I didn't really check down that way. It's got, there's a sort of Moroccan theme going on. That's what I would say anyway. I don't know if that's what it was specifically meant to be. Yes, obviously I'm digressing. Yes, so sorry. So I was thinking I'd just do the video here because it's a lovely sunny day. I've literally just finished my shift and not been in Pop Brixton for a little while, so I thought I was just walking past and I thought I need to do this video. I've been procrastinating for the last 2 or 3 days over it, to be quite honest, because I left it and as always with me, if I leave things too long it gets harder and harder to get round to doing something. The longer I leave it, the harder it becomes. So anyway, I thought I'll have to bite the bullet at some point, and I need to get on with this because it's not like I don't want to make videos or anything. Obviously I do, and I love and enjoy making my videos. It's just again, just a lot of personal issues, and like I say, I'm not sure if I want to go into all the details right here in such a public space, really, to be quite honest. But I was originally thinking of doing that, but I mean, it's not like mega personal, but it's just that, I don't know, I feel much more comfortable when I'm talking at home, I guess. And I feel I've got room to think about what I'm trying to say, whereas out and about I always feel that angst and stress almost constantly, like I say, and so therefore it's kind of like, I'm trying to have a serious discussion with you guys or whatever, talk about something serious, and my head's too busy thinking like, is somebody listening to me, is somebody walking past, do you know what I mean, and how much privacy do I have, and all the rest of it. That's why I came in now as well, because like, as you can see, it's pretty empty at the moment. There's not virtually anybody here. Well, there's 1 or 2 people, but not many, like, so but yeah, so like I say, that there's no one easy reason as to why I've not uploaded. As usual, it's complex and many faceted reasons. But also, not only did I not upload videos, but I didn't go into work for the last 4 days. So Monday was the first day back. So Tuesday I went to work, and then like I had a little talk with Vicky, and I wasn't really myself, and blah blah blah. So I went home almost immediately, maybe after an hour of being at work or whatever. And then what happened then was, like I was at home, and Joanne came round, and you know, we're chatting and this, that and the other, and blah blah blah, and I can't explain it exactly, and I can't explain it that fully right here, right now, but basically I just didn't go in. I just couldn't face going into work, and blah blah blah, and the days just dragged on, and you know, one day followed another, and I just didn't go in again. And it goes back to what I was just saying, the fact that like sometimes the longer you leave something, the harder it is to face. And you know, that would become so true if I'd left it any longer. And I didn't want to go in this morning, to be quite honest. I seriously didn't. I didn't want to face the music. I didn't know what I was going to expect, to be quite honest. You know, obviously Vicky wouldn't be happy with me and wouldn't be pleased. Well, who would? You know what I mean? Your employee who you're relying on to turn up as usual, sort of thing, for the next 4 days doesn't. It's not very good. Anyway, luckily, you know, like I say, they're very patient, and they're very tolerant. You know, I can't say enough about them. I can't. And that's not just because, like, oh, you know, in case somebody at Pret sees this video or whatever. I have no idea if they will or not. I mean, in fact, there's one person who I definitely know will probably see it. But then again, there's no guarantee. I don't know if he watches on a regular basis. He certainly doesn't comment. And as far as I'm aware, he's not a subscriber. And that's Romeo. Romeo does tell me, oh, I saw your video the other day, blah, 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 blah. Apart from him, as far as I'm aware, there's nobody else in Pret does watch any of my videos that I'm aware of anyway. So it's not like I'm saying that just in case, blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? I'm just being fair. Do you know what I mean? And fair is fair. And you know, the thing is that they have been amazing with me, to be quite honest. More so than your average employer when you think about it. Do you know what I mean? A lot of employers, I would have been in a lot of trouble if I'd just, you know, I just didn't turn up for the next 4 days, and then just turn up randomly on the Monday and whatever, do you know what I mean? But I fully expected to get reprimanded or this, that and the other, blah 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 blah. But you know, they were just really, really understanding, and just basically were more concerned about my well-being than anything, do you know what I mean? So yeah, so it was really, really hard. I was so depressed over the last few days, and I just, you know, I didn't want to go out. I didn't leave the house. I didn't leave the house for, I don't know, maybe going on for 3 days, apart from going to the shop to get some bread and milk and what have you, sort of thing. So I managed to keep that part of the necessities of life going. Yeah. Anyway, not sure what else to talk about right this minute. I'm sure there's a couple of other things that I meant to mention and have now forgotten. Yeah, there's something about the videos, and it's bugging me now, because I was thinking about something about videos, and now it's gone out my head. Anyway, yes, so like I said, at the moment, just emotionally really struggling, and yeah, not having a very good time at this moment in time, sort of thing. But like I've always said, I try to keep on top of this. I try to not let it drag me down completely. I just literally get back on the horse and just try again, you know, and just keep trying and trying and trying, and that's all I can do, you know. So yeah, I guess part of the reason why I'm humming and ahhing now is also because, and I do this all the time with anybody that ever comes to me with an issue or whatever, my instinct is to try and find a solution to the problem, do you know what I mean? And that's just my instinctual reaction, sort of thing. So as I'm talking to you guys about this, my brain's searching for answers. My brain is trying to find how can we make this better? How can we make things, how can we improve things, how can we do it differently that it doesn't have to get like this, you know what I mean, and what have you, sort of thing. So that's kind of part of the reason why I'm kind of you know, umming and ahhing and what have you, sort of thing. I'm just desperately trying to think of how I'm going to make this better. So but anyway, right, I'm going to leave it there, folks. I am thinking of making another video today. Not sure what it's going to be. I've got a couple of little ideas buzzing around in my head, just again because I need to be creative. So don't expect anything of a visit or a chat or whatever sort of thing. It's not going to be. It's going to be one of my creative videos. Maybe that's a distinction I should make. Maybe even do a separate channel just purely for creative videos, or maybe not. I'm not sure, because I've got several channels as it is, and I don't really use them anymore hardly. Yeah. So I'm definitely want to make a creative video sometime today, I hope, because I was supposed to, like the last video you saw of me, now that I remember, was me telling you guys that I was going to re-upload a dancing video and play around, and I did try doing that, and that's basically when things started to unravel, actually, interestingly, because I spent a good portion of that day trying to create a new video from some of the old videos of me dancing and stuff and whatever, and the new one of me dancing, and it just didn't work. For one reason or another, it didn't work, and nothing was coming together. And I spent literally half a day, maybe a little bit longer, trying to make this thing work, and it just, whatever I tried, it just looked terrible, and it just wasn't working. So I ended up scrapping it after hours and hours of editing and all the rest of it. I just ended up scrapping it because it didn't look right at all. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, all the way through, I kept on thinking this is a bit of a cheat. I feel like I'm cheating to some degree. You know, for me, it's about this need to be creative. I need to be creative. It's not a matter of like, oh, I think I'll be creative today, or I've decided I'm going to be creative. For me, it literally is a need, and I've come to realise that over the years. You know what I mean? That because I'm just a creative by nature, I really am a creative person, and it needs an outlet. It literally needs an outlet. Literally, like, I've said this before as well, it's like I need to paint sometimes, like I need to breathe, you know, because it's that vital to me, that important to me, because to me it helps me to stay sane, to be quite honest, in this world of insanity, and in this world that just sometimes I despair of, to be quite honest, and that's another problem of mine. Well, you could say problem, or you could say an asset, depending, I guess. But I tend to think very deeply about stuff, and I can't help it. I mean, about all sorts of things, but I just tend to think so deeply about stuff, and that actually can be sometimes quite troubling, because sometimes I can go too deep. I can go really deep into stuff and think really, really deeply, and then end up starting getting really depressed about stuff, you know. So yeah, and it doesn't really take much or need much for me to end up getting depressed, to be quite honest, you know what I mean? So, right, okay, also, yeah, one other quick thing, because I'm holding it in my hand whilst we're talking anyway. Right, so you may have noticed I'm kind of maybe holding the camera in a different way than perhaps you're used to seeing me hold it. I don't know if it's noticeable necessarily, but basically, I'll tell you what, I'll now take it off there and show you guys what I'm talking. In fact, tell you what, let me just try something. See, now my brain's getting creative again. You see what I mean? It's like, hang on, sorry folks, bear with me a second here. You see, you might have guessed now what I'm doing. Oh, sorry. You see, no, that's not going to work, is it? No, that's not going to work. It's going to be fiddly. Anyway, I think maybe you've guessed what the heck it is. Basically, I got myself sorry, now I've got it wrong. Right, yeah, so yeah, I bought myself a little tripod. I'll tell you what, I will take it off and I'll show it you. I got it from the pound shop the other day, and you know, the thing is that, like, it's only £1, do you know what I mean? So it's no, what's them, and it's a cheap, cheerful, if you call it cheerful, but that's the thing there. It's a little tripod, and as you can see, it's got like the 3 little legs, and you can screw it into the base of the camera. It does have extendable legs, but they don't extend very far. I mean, see, look, see, and so they're extendable as well, but it's not very stable. partly because, like I say, when you try to use it as a tripod, because this is positioned and the hole for the screw for the camera, when you're mounting it on a tripod, either a big one or something like this, or on a selfie stick, or whatever you're mounting it on, the mounting, whatever you call it, I don't know, mounting, I was going to say section then, I don't know, whatever you call it. But anyway, where the screw is, where the hole is, it's right at the front of the camera, and so it's overbalanced. It's under, you know, it's back heavy. Flipping heck, struggling there, aren't I? It's back heavy, so basically its inclination is, even with the three tripod legs, its inclination is to fall backwards because there's so much weight. It would have been handier if the hole for the camera had been more centralised or whatever. Then that would have been much better, but obviously that isn't the case with this camera, so it just makes it difficult. Anyway, now I am just waffling on about nothing, and yeah, and it's extremely hot in here. I decided to come in here because I knew it probably this time of the day be fairly quiet, and so I could have a nice little quiet conversation with you guys in fairly pleasant surroundings. But also I forgot that, like, this essentially is like a greenhouse. As you can see, it's perspex. That's not glass, it's perspex, but it's essentially a perspex greenhouse essentially. Whether that was the intention of it originally when it was designed, I have no idea, but that's exactly how it's acting. And even with these doors open, as you can see, somebody came along and opened these doors, and they opened the doors at the back as well, and that door's open there. But even so, where I'm sat particularly, it's really warm. It's acting like a flipping oven. Anyway, right, so yeah, so I'm definitely going to try and do something later on tonight, or later on this evening, whatever. But if not, then obviously, you know, you'll see this video, and I am going to try and get back on track. And the thumbnail for this video is going to be, "This is not the end." I don't know why, but that was the thing that I created yesterday, because I was going to try and do a video yesterday, but like I said, it was just getting harder and harder to actually get around to making a video, to be quite honest. And not that I didn't want to, I really seriously did. You asked, well, why am I saying that? You asked Joanne what I was like. I mean, flipping heck, yeah, you'll just phone her up line and just say, "Oh, Joanne, was Paul really with us?" Flipping heck. Anyway, yeah, so my point is that, you know, I really wanted to make a video. It's just getting difficult because of the way I'm feeling. I've always said that I don't want to put negativity out in my videos, you know what I mean, and be all moany and all sort of like, ooh, you know what I mean, and all this lot, because I've got enough of that in my life as it is, and I don't want to be putting that on my channel. I want happy, exciting, whatever videos, you know what I mean, and something interesting and so forth, you know what I mean. And so, you know, because of the way I've been feeling, that's part of the reason why I've been avoiding making a video, because I just wasn't feeling it, folks, you know what I mean. And it was really hard, and I thought, if I get today over with first, you know what I mean, get into work, see how the land lies, see what's going to happen, and then make the video and let you guys know what's been going on, do you know what I mean, because at least then that way I already know what's happening now, do you know what I mean. I know in terms of what's happening with work and what have you, sort of thing. So therefore I'm not, you know what I mean, now that a lot of my fears have been laid to rest, as it were, in terms of what might happen and all the rest of it, that I felt more able to bring you the more positive side of it, if you like, do you know what I mean, rather than just, oh, you know, oh, it's this and do you know what I mean. Because believe me, folks, I don't want to be like this. I seriously don't. I seriously don't want to be like this. But anyway, like I say, again, I don't want to get into this melancholy blah 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 blah, so I'm going to leave it there for now, and yeah, hopefully I'm going to do another video later. So for now I'm going to leave it there, and like I always say, I'll catch you folks later. And also, like I said, the title of the video being "This is not the end," because it might feel a bit like that for me, maybe for some of you guys, you know what I mean, thinking, where's the videos from Paul? seen him for nearly a week. So yeah, this isn't the end, it's just, yeah, another restart. I don't know. Okay, bye for now, folks.